Hi, my name is James Murray, and I am honored to serve as the Communications Director here at Renolda Church. I attend the Clemens campus with my family, with my lovely wife Ashley, and our two children, Elliot and Henry. Over a decade ago, God called our family to Renolda Church, and we've been here ever since. Fast forward to spring of 2025, my dad called me. My mom had gone in for her annual physical, and he called me, and in his words, it's an emergency. Your mom's heart is one giant aneurysm. And without going through all the details, it was really, really bad. And she needed a surgery that was incredibly risky. The chances of surviving it were very slim to none. And there was only one doctor, a surgeon, who was willing to take it on and risk it. And he just happened to be here in Winston-Salem at Novant. My mother did have the surgery. So much happened. I don't have time to tell you today. So she was recovering in the critical cardiac unit. It was the day after her surgery. She was still intubated, still out of it. And she was teetering, between life and death. My wife and I took my father home with us, and he began to have some cognition issues. We took him to the emergency room, and we discovered that his brain was bleeding and that he was very close to death. They had to perform emergency surgery and essentially save his life. So in this brief period of time, both of my parents had come to Winston-Salem. My dad was in critical condition on the 5th floor, and my mom was in critical condition on the 4th floor of the new tower at Novant Hospital. This is my favorite part of the story. This is where God uses Renolda Church to save the day. So in the midst of this chaos, we still have our kids. We still have to get our children to school. My wife owns a business, and that didn't stop, just because my parents had their emergency. I also have my job here at the church. And so, it's chaos. I began texting and calling our pastors, Pastor Brandon Williams, the campus pastor at Clemens, Pastor Scott Carpenter, the assistant pastor in Clemens, Pastor Chris Lawson, the executive pastor, and Pastor Alan Wright. I just started calling and sending text messages like crazy that essentially, amidst all the paragraphs, boiled down to, hey, help, please help us. We need help now. No sooner had I sent out these text messages and made these calls than Renolda Church sprang into action. It's incredible. Erin Foster of the Clemens campus, she immediately organized us a meal train, and food began to arrive at our doorstep. Incredible food. Ryan and Whitney Hugh. Whitney serves as the worship director at our Clemens campus. But Ryan and Whitney are dear friends. They showed up in spades. They were picking up our kids. They were letting our dog out. They were checking on the house. Wherever they could remove a burden from us, they were there. Pastor Brandon was coming in the midst of all of his work. He was coming to just be with us, to pray with us. He brought us food. I work directly with Pastor Chris Lawson and Crystal Geis and Lori Moser, and that sort of encompasses our production team. And they, all three of them, in the midst of this, were not only doing their regular work and then some, they were also taking mine and doing so much of what I typically do to relieve that burden off of our family. I can't tell you all of the text messages that we received, just telling us, sometimes just, hey, I love you, I'm thinking about you. I'm pleased to report that both of my parents are doing immensely better. When trouble came, there wasn't some celestial chorus singing to me from the sky. There was no burning bush. There was no blinding light or booming voice from heaven. When my family needed help, He sent you, my beloved Renoldans, my church family. He sent you. The incredible thing about my story is that it is in no way, shape, or form unique at Renolda Church. In fact, this is playing out across our campuses just about every week in different ways. You do it simply because you love, because Christ loves us. And that's what I've received. That's what my family has received from all of you for over a decade now, is a gift. It's free. You just give it to us because we belong to you and because you belong to Jesus. And that is the gospel. I like saying that too.